Hey, what's up, guys? It's Qman3297, otherwise known as Quentin, and today we're going to kick it off with that Jurassic World Operation Genesis. Now, one of the problems I am going to have is that back when I was illegitimately playing this game, just for the shits and giggles, I had a shit ton of things modded, modified, and changed, and I can't remember for the life of me how to fix them. So I will do my best to really restrict myself to how I do things. So, such as money, I have a shitload of money, a lot more money than I'm supposed to, a lot more items than I'm supposed to, and all dig sites will be unlocked with infinite dig teams. But I will limit myself, I think it's 10,000, 20,000 per usage. So I will do what I can to ensure that I don't go over my allotted amounts. So, I do apologize for any people who that might bother, but I can't remember for the life of me how to fix it. So, why don't we... find a good island. I kind of like that little inlet there. And with the river running here. Yeah, let's go with this one. So every now and again you'll hear me stop and just take a drink. Just trying to keep hydrated. Now currently, Adobe Premiere Pro is being touchy in terms of it actually wanting to work. So editing will be limited. So I'm going to try to keep this as pure as I possibly can. So let's start with what we got here. Update. We can now build Jurassic World Safari. Our research teams are awaiting a task. Alright, well, I usually start with the dino vaccines. Oh, and here's what I was talking about earlier I have an excessively high amount of cash. So, and again, as soon as I figure out how to change that, I'll probably do another series on it. But let's kick it off. And let's do Bumblefoot. It's going to take about 3 days for that to go. And one of the cool things about this mod is that research times are pretty much cut in half. Welcome to your new park. The first thing you'll need is to hatch some dinosaurs, build an enclosure and a hatchery, and breed your first dino. Our fossil dig teams are standing by. Once you assign them to locate, they'll start searching for new fossils for you to work with. Alright. So, I'm pretty sure when you start you have one available to unlock. So, info. I'm going to go here primarily because I want the Raptor pack. Blue, Echo, Delta, and Charlie. And I'm going to... Oh god, what is it? Do you get 4 dig teams at the start, I think? Oh, one there, 2 there. This is what I was talking about, how the research is essentially cut in half. It usually would take a while for this shit to happen in normal Genesis. So we'll do the gastric poisoning next. Alright, so. Oh god, it's been so long since I've played Jurassic Park. Again, which is the primary reason why I don't remember how to fix a lot of my shit. There we go, okay. So, why don't we start off by making our first enclosure. Using the low security walls as opposed to low security fences. Actually, let's do this. Let's figure out where I'm going to put my innovation center. So if we do it on this side of the island, where we have the sea to our backs, I can't really veer off to the sides too much. Where it is, if I put it in the middle, you need to try to get the AIs to surround it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to do multiple innovation centers on each section of the map. So I'm going to do one here. And this will be our primary innovation center, and this is where everything's going to kind of veer from. The others will be added at a later date. So let's make this first really straight path. Alright. So once people get off this thing, this is the primary path that they will see. And I will put some enemies in there. Let's put in a kiosk, so people can have a bit of food. a toilet because, some people just need to take a shit right off of planes because they don't trust them plane bathrooms. And usually, if your park starts out strong with like a good ranking dino, more people show up. So I'm gonna put an extra bathroom because people will queue up quickly. Hell, for the shits and giggles, we'll do one more kiosk then. Okay, I've got messages. Update. Your scientists have completed the research into the poisoning. Okay. Vaccines. We'll do Dino Belly next. Now, I want to try to get all these things researched and the hatchery immunization, I think it is. So this way I don't have to go around individually immunizing all of my dinos. Microratosaurus. I'm going to apologize in advance. I am terrible with some of these new dinosaur names. And that's just because I didn't grow up hearing them as much as I did some of the other ones. So, let's kick it off by making our first enclosure here. Now, I hope it's something nice and small, easy to deal with. I'm pretty sure it is, considering where my first dig site was. Actually, I can just check it by seeing which dig site I had unlocked initially. That's a good way for anyone who just doesn't really know what to expect, like they're trying to figure out what they're going to get for dinos, and they don't really want to put down a hatchery. Just look at the dig site. I mean, that's what I've noticed. Just look at the dig site that you had at the start, and that usually signifies what dinosaurs you're going to have. So, I'm going to need to install a lake, or a running stream. Now, I want to kind of make this look a little natural, so I'm going to have it all kind of just attached at the end. Now, for me, that's just cosmetic shit. I've always been big on cosmetics. DNA extraction complete. Jesus Christ, I think that's been amped too. Our research team is awaiting a new topic. Well, looks like they got the next one. So we'll do the ticks. We have some fossil teams. I know they're idle, but I can't go apeshit right now with them. You may want to build your clone. I fucking know. Ah, see, the first of the Raptor pack, Echo. So, ooh, you hit on Charlie. We have 2 of Echo, 1 of Charlie. So, we'll do Charlie first, and we'll do the 2 Echoes. Alright, so let's see what we have for our initial dino. And this will all determine what I put in here. We have a Dryosaurus and a Ceratosaurus. So before I do that, I need to... I gotta finish these last ones, and I gotta get that immunization thing, because Drysaurs are going to be almost impossible to tag with my ACU station. That's right, I said ACU, not Ranger Station. The Jurassic World mod changes a lot of things' names, and sometimes it'll change a couple of textures, such as the security fences. For those of you who actually played the original Operation Genesis, you can remember that these fences were much like they were in the first Jurassic Park movie. Wire fences and all that. No, these are kind of like the Indominus' enclosure. If you look at it real close, it's got the, it's a solid wall instead of a wired fence. Alright, well, I got 12% on Charlie. So, I'm thinking I'm going to make this the Ceratosaurus enclosure. So, let us add a Carno feeder. And I'll put it over here to where the people are going to be. Alright, now let us add the attractions. There. Alright, now, one of the things you are going to notice is that if you played the original Jurassic Park game, the safari isn't something you have right off the get-go. It's something you have to unlock. At least I'm pretty sure it is. And what it does here in Jurassic World is it changes its distance, textures, as you can see in the image, and instead of it being a Jeep, it's actually the gyrospheres. And as soon as I have my my area where I'm going to do the grand tour, I will show you how awful that texture is. I'm not the greatest at retexturing things, but I will do what I can. I gotta be getting close. Like, I'm gonna start getting messages from Maserati Corporation. They're gonna be bitching at me like, why haven't you done this yet? There it is. So, yeah, hatchery immunization. That's what I want to get before I make my first dino. Alright, now what I need to do is build a cleaner station so that my park doesn't get filthy. Filthy animals. And I will hire 2 guys, kind of a small park right now. I'm gonna have 2 sets of enclosures, one for the ceratosaur, one for the drysaurs. Fuck. Yeah, that actually did kind of bug me, but I'll apologize for that. My echo genome is now at 23%. Oh, my phone's ringing. One moment. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That was the American Red Cross reminding me that I have to donate coming up tomorrow, I believe. I didn't listen to the whole message. I just remembered about it. So, I've now been granted my hatchery immunization, and I can now start researching other things. And we're gonna do some of these anemones. I think that's how you pronounce that, because these are the things that keep the populace happy. Good, good, good. Yeah, everyone's still good there, so I just got unlucky on that one. Oh, Velociraptor remains. That's what I like hearing. Now, one of the things that does bug me is that you can have the entire Velociraptor genome, but you could also not have the Raptor pack. So, that's something that does kind of bug me. We'll do 2 Ceratosaurs, and I have to manually do that for some reason. It's activating. We have some fossil teams idle. What is it? 10,000, and you get an excess team? Yeah, it is. So, no, I won't do it, just because I really wish I could remember how to change that shit, I really do. Just because I feel like I am way too OP right about now. Like, it was good for when I was, you know, just really screwing around, learning everything, but now that I'm really getting into it, it's just, it takes the fun away from the game. So I have to watch a few online tutorials on how to change that shit back. I've had, for a game that's been gone for, out of print rather, for, oh Christ, what has it been, 10 years or some shit? Maybe less? I don't think it's 10 years. The point is, it's been out of print for a very long time. So the fact that this game is still having, is still actively having mods being made for it is astounding. I will actually make this into a kind of big ass lake. Like I said, I want to try to keep these things looking as natural as possible, though it can be difficult. The dig team at the Flaming Cliff has found nothing once again. What the fuck? So that was this one. They have 2 teams on it, so you'd think they would do good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take away from these 2 guys, and I'm going to all focus them on one dig site at a time. But I need to remember, you know, I've got 4 dig teams available to me. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was in the vanilla game. If I am wrong, please correct me and I will remove the excess. So 2 herbivore feeders, so I do intend on putting a lot of dry source. And we'll put this over here. So we'll start off with 5. Oh yeah, and hatchery growth rates are exponentially faster. And there's still a research that I can use to increase it further, so yeah. Alright, so while those guys are doing their thing, I now need to set up my dry source. Attraction. so now within these little subsections, I can put something. Well, before I do anything else, I need to put down a few trash cans. Now, the trash cans are supposed to um, assist the cleaners in keeping the park clean. And now I need benches so that people have a spot to rest. Now, I will apologize if I do cry out at any random point for pain. It's my finger, it's been swelling, it's been a lot more sore today. We've uncovered delta remains, so if I do kind of grunt or moan, it's me, unfortunately, because I was an idiot and I wasn't being careful. How about... So, this is very curious. I haven't been able to use it without my game crashing, so you probably won't see this. But what it is, it works as essentially another entrance, but it's supposed to be like the original Innovation Center, or I believe it was just like called an entrance back in the vanilla game. But that's what that is. What was I looking for? There it is. Okay. And here's something I find really cool. This right here. Now, for those of you who have seen Jurassic World, you should know that this is the Spinosaurus skull you see in the. I believe they call it Spinosaurus Square, actually. Wow, we've uncovered Gallimimus. Now, we're getting to the point now where I do need to open the park. So, $50 per entry. With the amount of money I have, I'm going to keep it that way. Better yet, it's just going to be free. Because I have an extreme excess, so I believe this would keep the game a bit more interesting. I believe that's Masrani getting a little bit pissed. But my security, I don't have anything to worry about. I have small dinos. Ah, fossil market. Ah, blue. So, if I ever see blue in the fossil market, you will see me jump on that, just because it's much, I'm sure like everybody else, blue was honestly my favorite. So. Alright. And I can hear the first set of people coming in. Here they come. As you can see, the helicopter's been a little bit retextured. Not crazily too much, but a little bit retextured. And here come our first guests. We have Paul, Chad, Julian, Alan, and... I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Don't hate me if that's your name. Uh-oh. When the game freezes like that, it scares the shit out of me because I'm always thinking it's going to crash. It being a mod, it's not the most secure thing. Well, I think with that, our first guests being here, we are going to call it. So, thank you for watching. I'm QMan3297, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys in the next one.